Let me ask you all a question. What is the greatest romance anime of all time? Is it A, Rent a Girlfriend?
That ain't my fault.
B, My Dress Up Darling? Or C, Horimiya? If you said Rent a Girlfriend, you are most definitely incorrect. Now, if you chose My Dress Up Darling, you are incorrect. And if you chose Horimiya, you're also incorrect, because you know what clears all of those? Love is War! Now, this video would go on for time if I covered all 3 seasons and the first kiss that never ends, so I'm only going to be covering season 1. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. See, I was actually meant to cover all the season 1. Now we start off by getting introduced to Shuchin Academy, and I'ma keep it real with you. This school has probably one of the most gated communities of all time. Every single person in here is rich, bloated with money. They all got $1 million mansions, and I ain't talking about check. But I'ma need y'all to peep game real quick, because we ain't focused on these jits. We focused on our main 2 MCs, Kaguya Shinomiya and Miyuki Shirogane, Vice President and V President of Shuchin Academy. We gonna come back to Miyuki in a little minute, but Kaguya, she has just about everything you could ask for, bro. She's smart as heck. She got like 50 achievements to her belt, and she got all the money in the world as well. She got like the richest corporation in the entire city. The Shinomiya family is like that. I mean, them folks are crazy, but not even in a good way. But we don't need to know that right now, so we gonna skip that. Now you see, Miyuki ain't like the rest of these folks, because he's actually a transfer student. So cause that, he don't even have the money like everyone else do. He's just a real grinder. Came from the trenches all the way up to the top. That's what type of timing Miyuki's on, and I can respect that. But anywho, Miyuki and Kaguya finally get in the student council room. When Kaguya brings up that while they were walking outside, people are mentioning that they think Miyuki and Kaguya are dated, to which Miyuki says that that's just a bunch of BS, you know. It's the type of rumors that just come with being young, you feel me? But what's Miyuki actually thinking in his head? I mean, if she was to ask me out, I wouldn't say no. You know, I might just even say yeah. Oh, brother. I mean, you think you're seeing the bro, you're not even slick, man. I hope Kaguya's better than this, bro. But then Kaguya thinks in her head, in her girl voice. Let me try my girl voice real quick, 1 second, chat. Hey, that's honestly so stupid that the student body's thinking like that, as we never even date and levels above Miyuki to even think about dating him. But I mean, if it came to it, if he got on his knees and begged, I might just consider dating him. Like, oh my gosh, why ain't both of these folks sooner raised, bro? I'm sick. But hey, don't even lie, I know my girl boss was clean. Sit down, big fella. But moving on, as Kaguya and Miyuki continue to mysteriously laugh, half a year goes by. What? Yes, half a year, 6 months. I don't even know how many days that is, but that's a whole lot of days when absolutely no progress in the relationship occurred. But to be fair, the narrator did say that the tactics they're using to get the other to confess are getting a bit more intense, so I'm gonna let them slide. But while it's been getting more intense, there's been one certain bystander that has no clue what's going on, and that bystander's name is Chika Fujiwara. Yes, I'm talking about the girl from ABA. I'm talking about the girl from back in the day that was hitting our one dance. Matter of fact, let me find the lyrics. Hey, she was talking about some Shuchi in Gakuaru, Shuchi no Jutsu, Min Ak Gary Nostet Kai.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Okay, seriously though, Chika's the secretary of the student council, and pretty much right now, Chika's got some movie tickets with her, and Chika offers Kaguya and Miyuki the tickets to go see the movie with each other, and Miyuki accepts it because he's got a free weekend, but then Kaguya pulls up talking about some Oh, so what you're telling me is you want to go to the movies with me to deepen our relationship and to ask me out. Which after hearing that, Miyuki is absolutely stressed out because that is not what he meant. Then imaginary Kaguya gets in his head and starts talking about some and he's losing his mind, bro. Look at him, he's stressed. But Miyuki tries to regain his composure and claps back by saying he doesn't believe in none of that lovey-dovey type timing, but it seems that Kaguya does, which is awfully strange if you ask me. But if she's still willing to go, then Miyuki will go as well. Kaguya realizes that with Miyuki saying this, all of the romantic significance that the invitation has is coming from her, which then has Kaguya on the ropes because she isn't trying to decline the invitation, because the amount of work that she put into even getting to this situation is high-key scary but low-key respectable. So I understand she's not trying to have her efforts go to waste. So with all the odds stacked against her, she locks in and pulls out the "oh no, but I'm actually, really into that romance stuff, so I think if you want to go out with me like that, say it with more passion." She knows what she's doing and it's working well. Look at Miyuki, he is stressing out again, but she goes for the hand too. Ah! It's over, bro. I'm getting tense. Miyuki getting tense. Kaguya getting tense. Even the narrator's starting to get tense too, man. He's getting way too giddy. Oh my gosh. But just before this can go any further, Chika pulls out some more tickets to watch what exactly? Mr. Birdson of Birdville. Yeah. Hey, y'all not trying to see Mr. Birdson of Birdville? Is that just me?
Yeah.
Hey, it seems like Kaguya and Miyuki aren't really trying to watch Mr. Birdson of Birdville either. Both of their brains are completely fried, no chicken. But after getting their brains completely fried, Kaguya and Miyuki are both needing some sugar. And who's the only person in the room that has some sugar on them? Unfortunately, it's Chika. So let's put on our thinking caps here for just one moment. Are these two gonna get the sugar that they need? Absolutely not. Chika munches that junk right away, bro. And with that, Kaguya and Miyuki's first battle has resulted in a stalemate. But don't you worry, because we got a lot more coming. Anywho, the screen then pans over to Kaguya getting a love letter from an irrelevant side character. Miyuki doesn't take it to heart at first because he knows that Kaguya wouldn't accept that. But then Kaguya suddenly says, "Will I accept the request? Of course I will." What? Hey, yo, what? Yeah, I think all of us can tell that Miyuki was not expecting this response and that Miyuki is absolutely heated. But then Miyuki thinks about it and realizes that if he confronts Kaguya about it, it's gonna seem like he's overly jealous. And he knows dang well that he can't have Kaguya thinking she has the upper hand. And just in case he might have been thinking Kaguya's actually serious about dating this guy, I'ma just let the narrator speak for himself.
I think it'll be fun.
We're only 12 minutes into episode 1, but I think we know her well enough to know she's lying.
As if I would really go.
But then Miyuki finally thinks of a way to clap back. So he says that if Kaguya is serious about this, he's gonna snitch on Kaguya to the teachers and get her suspended. Which has Kaguya stressing a little bit, I won't even lie. But she doubles down and says she's willing to give her body and soul for this individual. My fault, guys. Those words just hurt a little bit, you feel me? You know, it actually reminds me of the one time I had an ex, yeah. And yeah, I'm capping at my butt. But after Miyuki heard those words that absolutely nobody should ever have to hear from somebody that they like, Miyuki steps up and decides to ask Kaguya, "What would you do if I asked you out right now?" An infamous question that many homeboys have thought of asking their homegirls before, while knowing dang well that they are getting rejected on the spot. However, that doesn't matter right now, as Kaguya's actually kind of up for the idea. She isn't even shutting that junk down. However, with this, Miyuki now knows that Kaguya was in fact just bluffing about giving her body and soul. So now he's over the moon, he's ecstatic, he's giddy, and I'm giddy too. I'ma keep it real, bro. Yeah! No, but seriously though, Miyuki's finally got the upper hand again, and Kaguya's low-key stressing out a little bit. But as these two continue to keep on clashing heads, Chika comes in once again and begs Kaguya very deeply to not get excluded. So because of this, Kaguya has to give in. If we can't tell already, the only thing Chika's good at is clamping down on other people's relationships from progressing further. But you know what? I could get mad. And as a matter of fact, I am gonna get mad. But moving on, Kaguya and Miyuki walk past two random side characters hitting the "Here comes the choo-choo train, choo-choo-choo." And eventually when we get into the club room, this has Kaguya absolutely heated. And I can't even blame her, I'd be mad too if I saw two lovebirds looking like this. But Miyuki doesn't see any of that as a big deal, so he ends up brushing off what Kaguya said and brings out his own food. And hey, I'm not even gonna lie, his food ain't even looking too bad. You might just catch me eating that if I lived in Japan. Like, I'm gonna be so whoa. Hey, narrator, slow down, bro. I don't know why you're moaning. The food isn't that good. Hey, but moving past whatever the narrator's got going on with that food, Kaguya is desperate for Miyuki to break bread. But of course, she don't got the heart to tell him that she wants some food. But you know someone that does have the heart to tell him that they want some food? Chika, sliding through asking for a calm little bite. And the bite she indeed did get. And I'm not gonna lie, about how she's looking, it seems like the food might be that good. Chika then gets herself even more food, and oh my gosh, she's loving it. But you know who ain't loving it? Kaguya in the back staring furiously at Miyuki. Oh my gosh. But the next day, Kaguya pulls up with at least $300 in her lunchbox, and she's trying to get Miyuki to ask for a bite, or better yet, ask if they can trade lunches. But Miyuki still doesn't know why she's doing all of this, so he just brings out his own lunch, gives Chika her lunch that he made for her, and gets ready to start eating. But obviously this has Kaguya heated because she's trying to eat Miyuki's food, so she starts looking at Miyuki even crazier than she was yesterday, and this has Miyuki absolutely terrified. So in response, Miyuki says that he doesn't want none of her charity because she thinks that she's just trying to belittle Miyuki, and just watching Chika so happy eating his food has Kaguya feeling every negative emotion under the book. She going through every stage of grief in the span of a couple moments. As a matter of fact, she's so mad that she went and unlocked the Shinigami eyes, bro. What the heck? Seeing how Kaguya's looking at Miyuki with such murderous intent gets Miyuki so scared that he finishes his food real quick and makes his way into Husk Valley to get away from Kaguya. But thankfully for Kaguya, even though Chika didn't know why Kaguya seemed so mad, and Chika Chika didn't even realize that Kaguya was mad in the first place, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, Chika ended up breaking bread for Kaguya, and she finally got to taste Miyuki's and she finally got to taste Miyuki's mini octopus. That isn't even a pause-worthy sentence, bro. Chill out with that. The screen then switches over to Kaguya posted up with Hey, sorry, I just get a little bit giddy when I see Auntie on the screen. But regardless, this is Kaguya. We all know who Kaguya is. And the blonde girl next to her, that's Ai Hayasuka. All you gotta know right now is she's Kaguya's maid, and she's chilling. She's vibing, she's cool. We all like her. But anywho, look, okay, I got distracted. Kaguya's talking to Ai about how Miyuki's harder to crack than she thought it was gonna be.
Hey, I don't even have my mic on me right now, but get your mind out of the gutter. That's not what I meant, and you know that's not what I meant. Now back to the video.
But then Ai goes and asks Kaguya, hypothetically, if it ever came to it, would you have to be the one to ask a guy out, or would that guy have to ask you out? And Kaguya responds by saying, hypothetically in this situation, she thinks that she could be the one to ask the guy out, but does she really mean that? No. I mean, she don't even know herself. Look at her, bro. She doesn't know. She don't got a clue in the world. The narrator then goes on to explain that Kaguya doesn't know her emotions because they're a mix of psychological, I don't even know them big words, but just a bunch of different things.
Matter!
Hey, how's Kaguya just broken the fourth wall? I think I've said everything I need to say. I'm out. We out of here.
I grab my flesh and I get the scoring. Life is never boring. This way better than driving foreign. Walking through the storm. Yeah, I keep doing 'cause I'm not alone.